Hello guys, and welcome to my first Dungeons & Dragons video. This here is Cocktail Prohorn. He's a Tiefling fighter champion who I made in 2014 or 15. So these sketches are around that time. This is when I was first getting into Dungeons & Dragons actually. He is my first ever character I'd ever created. He started off with a sword and shield, as you can see, and he made enough money to buy a halberd. He went through a few phases as well, a few way of his horns being different. So yeah, this is gonna be the first one. There's gonna be another one with that character there as well, Grunge. He's a Halfling goblin. You'll be seeing him soon, hopefully. So yeah, please enjoy the video. The music is approaching Nirvana, by the way. Fantastic band. Links in the description. Enjoy the video. 3, very long 3, 2, I'm really bad at editing. 1, let's go. So Cocktail Prohorn's personality trait was that he was a very flirtatious being. His flaws were he could not attack a female, or someone of the opposite sex. He was just so charmed. He would spend his first turn in combat just gawping and awing at the women that he'd see, and he would often try to charm these women into joining him or being with him. But obviously, if the women attack him first, he would go all out berserk on them because they've resisted his beautiful charm. So that was one of the personality traits of Cocktail Prohorn. It's one of the reasons as well why he has ribbons on his horns to show how sensitive he is and how much of he's a lover, not a fighter, despite the fact that his class is indeed a fighter. with Cocktail being my first ever Dungeons & Dragons character, I wanted to give him my favourite weapon, my favourite medieval weapon of all time, which is the halberd. But at the start of D&D Adventures League, we had to start off with a certain amount of money, or gold, and sadly I didn't have enough for a halberd, so I had to do some quests to get him his halberd. And I remember he sold his sword, but kept the shield in case he came across a damsel in distress, so he can give her the shield and protect her with his halberd. And he absolutely aced the halberd. A quick funny story in regards to Cocktail Prohorn's attraction to the ladies. His second ever campaign that he played in was inside a dream dungeon, and inside this dream dungeon was a room full of female elves who were barely clothed. So you can imagine how long it took Cocktail to go into combat with all these half-dressed ladies. But the other rest of the party ended up killing these elven girls. Cocktail managed to knock one out with a pillow. We tied her up, and we tried questioning her, but she was ignoring us. And this didn't sit well with Cocktail because, you know, he's a charmer. You know, she's resisting his charms. And we came across a door. Now, first instinct was to lockpick the door. Didn't work. We tried kicking the door. It didn't work. We used magic to try and open this door, and it didn't work. So Cocktail, in the end, used this lady as some sort of battering ram, breaking her neck against this door, smashing her face against it, opening the door. And it turns out that the door was unlocked the whole time, and we didn't even try to pull the handle. Oops. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Cocktail Prohorn, the Tiefling Fighter, my first ever Dungeons & Dragons character. I really enjoyed drawing this. I learnt so much from doing this. My first illustration of a D&D character as well. Learnt so much. Still struggle with hands, but which artist doesn't? Yep, I'm really looking forward to the next one. He's my second character I played. I'm going to do these in chronological order. You should see the list. So yeah. look out for the next one. Watch this space. See you later.